Man, we're already at the end of the week. That's crazy to me. I feel like this week has gone by ridiculously fast, and I think the biggest reason why it's gone so crazy fast to me is just because the beginning of it was such a blur. So, speaking of blurs, alright, kind of where I want to take this video. Typically when we travel a long journey, right, it's really, really hard to remember beginning, especially if your journey has started years and years ago. Sometimes it's very, very hard to remember the roots, the basic parts of where you started, where the beginning came from, and all those beginning struggles. A lot of times we forget where we come from. We forget the beginnings of things, and I kind of want to take a time on a Friday to make sure that we all remember where we come from. I know it's kind of lame in a way to go into a reminisce mode of looking at where we've gone, where we've come from to where we are. But it's really, really important, and I'll tell you why. Eric Thomas shared this thing, I want to say, I don't know, it's probably about 3, 4, 5, maybe even 5 days back on his Instagram, where he was basically talking about how you got to remember the struggles that you had where you came from. And it was a video. It wasn't even really him speaking. It was a video discussing this guy and his girlfriend were at some conference thing somewhere in a building. Not girlfriend, wife. My apologies. And the wife and the husband's the CEO of this company. He actually owns the building, that. It's a real thing. And they're walking out of the auditorium, and they come across this young man. Well, not young man, but young man. He's not 80, but and the wife recognizes him, and it's actually her ex-boyfriend from high school. And the CEO, her husband, kind of laughs the guy off, right? Because he's like, this guy's a janitor, right? Anyway, people don't know how to drive. Anyway, so this guy's a janitor, and so very humble, very polite, it's like, hey, it's been a long time since I've seen you. And she kind of goes back and forth in a small little conversation with him. And as they walk out of the building, her husband, the CEO, looks at her and is like, boyfriend, aren't you glad you upgraded? And she looks at him and is like, you should be happy I'm with you and not him, because he would be the CEO. And it goes into this flashback of how many times she kept his head on straight during his time in college, to all the sacrifices she made during the early parts of their marriage for him to excel at his job and his business, and how many times she worked double shifts and did things so he could continue to pursue this career, and all these ins and outs and things, right? And it's amazing to me because it really reminds me that a lot of people, including myself, we don't actually take time to remember the roots of where we came from, the ins and outs we had to go through to get to where we currently are today. And I guess on a Friday, I'm just asking you to take time to recognize your struggle, where you came from, the people who have helped you along the way, and just be grateful, because I've said it in several videos past. A ton of people say the same things. It's It's a very worn out statement in all honesty, but you gotta recognize your success is due to the fact that people have helped you and have sacrificed for you and have given you a helping hand. And I don't care what your story is, there's always been somebody in your life that has helped you, okay? There's been somebody that's helped pave the way for you. And you might have to dig a little bit deeper to find that person or people, but they're there. And I guess like on a Friday, I'm kind of putting this out there as a challenge, because when we go into this weekend, I want everyone to think about how grateful they are that they have the life that they have, that you are a part of the things that you're a part of, and that you've been able to accomplish so much. Because success comes from gratefulness. I don't care what industry you're in. I don't care what dynamic your role plays in your company or your job or your whatever, fill in the blank. Gratefulness is what gets you to that next level. So just be grateful. Be grateful for the sun shining. Be grateful for the birds in the sky. Be grateful for those that have sacrificed for you. Be grateful for the struggle itself, because struggle is what made you who you are. And I know that sucks to say sometimes, because a lot of us are like, man, but you don't understand how much crap I went through. You don't understand all the junk I dealt with. You don't understand. I came from a crappy home and I had to battle my way. I don't understand everyone's situation, because I don't know everyone's situation, but I do understand that your struggle made you who you are. And who you are is an amazing person. And you are working so hard, so diligently to get where you want to go in this life, that taking time to sit back and be grateful for that struggle that has shaped you, molded you, and created you into this person, this amazing being that God has called you to be. I can't think of a better way to end a week. I really can't. That's all I got for today. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend. I hope you go into Monday and murder it, because you have the ability to. I'm gonna go kill this Friday and get to my weekend as well. Man, God bless you all. I hope you guys have an amazing, amazing weekend.